Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. Let's watch the first trailer. This is Ratatan official gameplay trailer. ID at Xbox, so I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that this game is going to be on several platforms. I think it's going to be on every platform, actually. I think it's just, well, all the recent ones. So the devs worked on the 3 games, right? Everyone loved them. And when I say everyone, I mean, it's like a cult, really. There's a cult of people who love this game dearly, right? Like the series. And what happened was that I think Japan studio got shut down, I think. I want to say Sony let them go or so. I don't exactly remember the whole gist of it. But long story short, they went indie, right? So they went indie and then they said, you know what? Let's try and make like a spiritual successor to Patapon, right? And so they went on YouTube. They started a YouTube channel. They had like a Kickstarter where they showed like kind of like a tech demo of the game. And people lost their minds. Within the first, I want to say it was like the first 48 hours, they reached their goal. They surpassed the asked amount that they were looking for. I mean, that's like unheard of. You don't really hear that often, you know, but people believed in this team. They were like, yeah, we believe in you. So there were people throwing stuff in there. I'm going to tell you guys, if I had the money, I would have definitely went for the highest tier backer on Kickstarter. I would not have hesitated. These guys are like, oh, the stuff they put out is just so good, right? So, long story short, you're probably wondering, why did they not continue Patapon? Why did they make Ratatan, right? Well, the thing is, they don't have the rights to Patapon, and because it's too expensive to buy the rights, I assume, or maybe they decided not to and just save the money and do something else, they don't have the rights to Patapon. So they said, you know what, we're going indie, we're going to make our own thing, and what, over a decade later, I want to say now, here we are. So super excited. But yeah, really cool. I'm just going to get into it. I've been blabbing about this. I could talk about Patapon for like hours, so I'm just going to shut up and play the trailer. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here real quick. So this looks like an in-between screen. So it looks like in between the different levels, there's like power-ups and stuff you can choose from like a shop. So I think that's what this is here. Looks like there's one for increasing attack power when HP is at maximum, increase HP recovery increase HP recovery, recover 30% of max HP when acquired. And then there's the third one, which is increases damage on unit skill hits, randomly inflicting freeze. All right, continuing. So it looks like, so something I want to point out, because I know this game looks very confusing for a lot of people who are like, what is this? What is this madness, right? So it's basically like think of like a rhythm roguelike, kind of like, well, okay, it's not really like Crypt of the Necrodancer. It's not a very good comparison, but it's so, how do I say this? So basically what's different with Ratatan is that they kind of use the approach they used in Patapon 3 with the Uber heroes. And instead of having like, you know, just regular heroes, the individual characters have like their own squad that goes with them. So if you notice that like the bunny character with the trombone, so let's go back a little bit. So you notice they pull out the trombone, right? Every time they like do the call, and then the response is like, you know, the little guys, I forgot what they're called. Oh my god, how did I forget what they're called? Oh wait, no, hold on. They're called Kobuns. I remember now. I think it's called Kobuns, if I remember correctly. But anyway, let's continue. Okay, I can't read Japanese, so I'm going to assume that this is another shop. Man, they definitely remixed this music, because I remember the first time I heard this soundtrack here, it didn't sound like this. It was a little bit different, but oh, it's disgusting. I love it. And just the music, like, oh, guys, I'm such a music nerd, and just like hearing this is just like, oh my god, I love it so much. But okay, so this boss fight, what's really interesting about it is, if you notice, it's like, what is that, like a hermit crab, right? And the ship is like its shell. That's like a really cute design. I love that. And if you notice, like, its pincers like are like clacking on the offbeats. Like, if you look closely, if you watch, it's kind of cool. Looks like our little bunny friends got a little bit, well, they got trapped in a bubble. That's not good. You know, I know this is gonna sound messed up, but the little kobuns in the front with the spears, they kind of remind me of Q-tips. Like, they look like Q-tips to me. It's like, we've come to clean your shell. And that thing's like, no, I don't wanna. Yeah, the background art is really good. That's a good point. Yeah, I like how there's like multi-layered movement. Like, it's kind of neat. Yeah, let's go! So if we go back, right, just like a half second here, these are all the different characters and stuff that they've introduced. So I'm gonna have to like look it up to remember what exactly their names were, but this cat one here, I think is one of the most popular ones, and I think they're like Neon Dola, or I don't know if it's Nyan Dola or Neon Dola, but it means like, you know, I guess like kind of like cat in Japanese, obviously, but like then there's like other ones. So like the one with the sousaphone, I forget exactly what his name is. Man, it's been a while since I looked through all this, but oh man. Yeah, so the art style is like really weird, but it's kind of, I think what's interesting is that with Patapon, like the characters all had like one eyeball, right? And that was kind of like the art style. But like in this game, everyone has one eyeball, but like on purpose. Like they only have like the right eye, which is kind of interesting. You have, so just to go over some of these instruments. Yeah, so every character has their own instrument. So this was the Kickstarter originally, right? And look at that. They like overshot their goal by like a fuck ton. Like, this is insane, right? So like they cleared all these goals. Like, we're looking at, so what they were looking for originally, I think, was, so their initial goal was 20 million yen, and they finished off, well, they cleared 200 million yen, which is about $1,370,000. That's insane. That is insane. And then if you look at, like, you know, the different stuff, there was a secret final goal at 225 million, which, I mean, no one, I mean, that they still haven't reached that. There's still time. Actually, I don't think you can, I think they shut down the Kickstarter for now, but yeah, so they had a bunch of stuff on Kickstarter where you can get, like, you know, depending on what you pledged, you could get like different, like, you know, things. And if you pledged high enough, so like if you were like the highest copy, so if I go all the way down to like the most expensive one, I think the premium, you become an in-game NPC in 2 Ratatan games and visit the devs to play an interim build of the game. Bro, if I had that money, that would have been me! That could have been me! That could have been me! Oh, I wish. But yeah, I've seen like the different like character. I'm trying to find the. Oh, here we go. So here's the page with like all the different characters, right? So, Camonello has like a horn with a healing horn, so that's kind of cool. You know, obviously, like I'm pretty sure they're a platypus. Very cute. In game, if you see that would be really. Oh, I know, right? Imagine an in-game Xolo for like no reason. I would have to choose. What instrument would I choose? I gotta think about it. Playable character. Imagine. Then you have Mashuma manipulates mushrooms with a set of dubious-looking bagpipes, so that's pretty cool. Really neat design. Batononda, which is like, you know, a piggy with a sousaphone. Then you have your bunny character here, Payokorapa. I'm not good with I almost said Spanish. I'm not good at Japanese, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, trusty assault trumpet is what they call that. And then Kerorompa, which is the, you know, the frog with the megaphone. Then you have Harigitan, so it's like a hedgehog, right? With your guitar. Nyandola with their fast swipes and hip dance moves. Hell yeah. Well, they have bells on their blades, so I'm sure that means something. Which honestly is a pretty good fit for like a cat-like character, right? Then you have Mimizu Kuyun. I hope I said their name right. God. They have the clarinet. They're an owl. Very cute. And then you have the chorus, where you have all these little kobuns. You have the chorus, which are these little fishy things. The kobuns, which are like your little soldiers. And then Fort Run, which is a carefree shanty singing ship enraptured by the song of the goddess. They set out on an adventure to join her in the ever after, but fearing the dreadful chorus, they instead wandered the nowhere sea. Damn! That's exciting. And then they have enemies. So here's some of the enemies. So this is a kind of a fan favorite, going back to Patapon days, very similar to like a different boss there. And then here's some of the enemies, right? Here's some more. Here's some ones from the desert. So they have like a, you know, kind of like a scorpion like character. So like I noticed the enemies are like super detailed, which is kind of interesting. But oh my god, I really, really love. I'm so excited for this game, guys. I cannot. And here are the devs. This is PH Studio, Tokyo. Hold on. Oh, sorry, Ratata Arts, Tokyo Virtual Theory, and PH Studio. I think this all together. I think they're all like one collaboration or something. I don't know exactly, but they're awesome, super cool. But guys, if you haven't already, please, for the love of God, add this game to your wish list. Please, I beg of you. It's so, like, I really hope it sells like a gazillion copies. Let's read the comments real fast, right? Because I can't help myself, right? So this person said, this is what it feels like when that, this is what it feels like when that food critic eats ratatouille and was reminded of eating his mother's cooking from his past. Yikes. Okay, not yikes, but that's funny. If you guys have seen Ratatouille, you know what he's talking about there. In a perfect world, Patapon became a multi-million-dollar franchise. Yeah, you're not wrong. Boss music sounds like a pirate version of the one in Patapon 3. Okay. I like how the main title logo can be read both as Ratatan and Patapon. Yep, a lot of people notice that. It's kind of interesting. Did you die? Patapon. Sadly, yes. Patapon becomes Ratatan. but I lived. Certified Patapon Don Chaka moment. So I was reading the comments earlier, right? And so Patapon Don Chaka, what they're referring to here is like one of the command moves in Patapon, which allows you to, basically it's like a, so that's a very like, that comment like made my day, not gonna lie. It just straight up made my day. That logo is hilariously close to, okay, someone said that, it just cracked me up. I hope this sells a patpillion copies. Same. This game gives off the vibes of a niche game you played as a kid and forgot all about after you became an adult. Oh no! We are so back! Let's see. We'll certainly play this and relive my childhood days as a Patapon enjoyer. Patapon, I miss so much those games. My dearest Patapon, you're as beautiful as the day I lost you. These comments. Dude, I feel the Patapon in that boss fight music. Pon pon patapon, pata pata patapon. Never forget those majestic lines. Man, the translation's great there. Then you have some Japanese viewers here also saying that, you know, it's like a dream, a cute voice, a beautiful scenery, and a beautiful tone. You say you're aiming for heaven, but isn't this place like heaven? I can't wait. I want to breathe in this heaven from the bottom of my heart as soon as possible. Oh my god. So cute.